Do I start now? Okay.
Say good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Give him a minute.
Huh? Thank you. Okay. Hello, my name is Daniel Reyes, and I'm an 8th grader from James Denman Middle School. I'm in the first graduate 20th cohort. I first heard about the first graduate program in 6th grade during my advisory class. After hearing that they offer support for first generation students, I wanted to join. I wanted to go to a good private high school and go to college. I also figured that it would be a great opportunity to get support from advisors and counselors because none of my family members have graduated from college. I was most motivated when the first graduate program offered help to first generation students such as me. As a first graduate student, there are many cool opportunities and support I receive. For example, I was accepted into Archbishop Riordan High School. And first graduates supported me through my private high school applications. They also helped me prepare for my interview and also helped me get a scholarship. I am not the best at writing essays, so first graduates helped me edit and look over my essays. I also attend First Graduates Advisory, where I get to learn how to make a resume and I can participate in different college tours, such as UC Berkeley, and learn about different careers. In the future, I hope to become the first in my family to graduate from college and hope to become a doctor one day. I believe that first graduates will help me achieve this goal by guiding me through my education and supporting me. I hope to see all of you in 4 years when I graduate from high school. Thank you. Thank you guys very much for being here and have a good evening.
Okay, you stay here with me now. Okay? Okay. Good evening. I wasn't planning on being up here at all tonight, but thanks to Daniel, I am. And I'm Terry Foreman. I'm thrilled to be the executive director of First Graduate. And we have a room full of wonderful team members, board members, volunteers, donors, graduates from college and high school, graduates from the past 2 years of college who couldn't have a live event because we were all stuck online, and Daniel, who is going to be a high school student next year. So thank you all so much for being here, and we have a wonderful honoree tonight, Joe Azam. I know you'll really enjoy what he has to say. And so it's my huge pleasure to introduce you to our MC for the evening, Derrick Ly, one of our alums.
Thank you, Daniel. Good evening, everyone. I'm Derrick Ly, your MC for the evening, and I'm a proud first graduate alumnus. I'm delighted to welcome you to our annual cap and gown benefit. Let us take a moment to acknowledge all that has happened in the past 2 weeks. This is a troubling time, and all of us in the room, students, teachers, and parents, are keenly aware of the human cost of the recent violence. We share grief and concern and recognize that thoughts and prayers are not enough. We encourage each of you to act on what it is in your conscience to keep our children safe. We also take a moment for a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that we are on the unceded ancestral homeland of the Ramaytush Ohlone, who are the original inhabitants of the San Francisco Peninsula. As the indigenous stewards of this land and in accordance with their traditions, the Ramaytush Ohlone have never ceded, lost nor forgotten their responsibilities as the caretakers of this place, as well as for all peoples who reside in their traditional territory. As guests, we recognize that we benefit from living and working on their traditional homeland. We wish to pay our respects by acknowledging the ancestors, elders, and relatives of the Ramaytush community, and by affirming their sovereign rights as First Peoples. Now, I ask you to join me in welcoming Greg Quiroga, our stellar auctioneer, who will be guiding us through a couple of very important parts of this event.
Thanks, Derrick. Ooh, I get walk-up music? This is exciting. Thanks, Derrick. Derrick's rocking it as MC, right? Don't go far, don't go far. It is good to see you all in person again. It's been a minute, right? And, I know that we might have had a little memory loss of how things work, so I just want to remind you, we're going to have a live auction. You all have paddles. Remember where they are, how they work. We'll get to the specific details of that, but if you haven't looked yet, we've got a great slate of live auction items. You can see them to the left of the stage, over to the left of the screen. There's all the live auction items over there. We also have a great silent auction that's up for bid on mobile bidding right now, and if you got the text to go bid mobily, great. If you followed it, you're in the minority because we are going to leave the silent auction open until Thursday now. There are a couple of really good Giants games. There's some art, and board member Mark Hamilton wants me to tell you that the wine that he has put together for the silent auction is incredible and deserves way more attention than it's getting. Have I forgotten anything, Mark? Want me to go into any greater detail about the wine? It's from her winery. There's a personal connection, so no pressure, but go bid. And with that, we'll come back and do the live auction and all of that a little more later, but just wanted to check in and remind you that you're going to be listening to me a bunch more later. But now, Derrick, where are we going from here, sir? Just back to you, Derrick. Sorry, that was a bad handoff.
Sorry. Thank you, Greg. We'll see you a bit later. All right, well, welcome to Cap and Gown 2022. I was so honored and touched to be asked to host this gala. I have a really nostalgic story. I remember back in 2011, at my very first cap and gown, Alex Lazo, who is part of the FG1 cohort, who's right there, did his speech when I was an itty-bitty senior in high school. He was so vulnerable and talked about what First Graduate did for him. And now I'm going to share my personal story and become vulnerable with you all. When Terry had asked me to be the host, I literally started crying. I went into a conference room at work, and my coworker, who is our current office manager, Michael, he's right there, thought something was wrong, but it was actually tears of joy. I am so honored to be speaking here today, and my one biggest regret 7 years ago was not volunteering to make this speech when it was my turn to graduate from college in 2015, my second cap and gown. Well, Mom, here's my chance to finally make you proud and do this speech. I know you always wanted me to, and I love you so much. At 29 years old, I am now more confident, strong, ambitious, and let me just say, the first in my family to graduate from college. First Graduate has meant so much to me. My journey with First Graduate started as a sophomore in high school. At the time, they were recruiting more students because of an increase in funding. I found out about this program through a classmate, Paula, who is in FG6, which is the 6th First Graduate cohort. She was another student with similar ambitions and goals. We were both lucky enough to receive financial aid, be part of a Better Chance Scholars, which is a similar program like First Graduate, only for high school, and attend the prestigious The Marin School in Sausalito on close to a full ride. Mom, I know the process of picking a high school for me was so stressful, but we did it. Thank you so much for pushing me, and as we said, everything happens for a reason. Now, let's fast forward to the bus ride. One day on the long bus from Sausalito back into San Francisco, I asked Paula, where she was going, and she told me that she was heading to tutoring at the Bay School because of a program similar to A Better Chance. Luckily, at the time, the number 10 Golden Gate Transit bus stopped really close to the Presidio district in San Francisco. I barged into the first graduate office, and at the time it was next to the Bay School, and I demanded an application. I knew college was something I wanted to achieve and wasn't going to let money or barriers stop me from receiving an education I knew I truly deserved. Although being from a first-generation, working-class, Southeast Asian family, I knew there had to be something out there to assist and help me. I was fortunate enough to be friends with Paula and be referred to First Graduate. The program director at the time, Ines, was so impressed with my confidence and determination to join the program that she called me immediately and told me I was accepted into the program. It was that proud moment that I had officially joined FG5, which is the 5th cohort. Through tutoring, counseling, and mentorship, I finished my sophomore and junior year with a cumulative 3.83 GPA. I never was a top student in elementary or middle school. I used to get a lot of C's on my report card. And this was the highest GPA I have ever received in my academic record. A lot of that is thanks to First Graduate. Tutoring and counseling in the program is mandatory and rigorous. If you miss a day, you can be removed from the program. This discipline was all thanks to my case manager, Angie Miranda, who was so strict on me, like my mom. She saw potential in me and pushed me to never slip and become a top student. Not only is she a great mentor, but also a great friend. Through countless meetings at the Borders with her in Stonestown Mall, she was there for me through my hardest and most difficult times in high school, professionally and personally. She was one of the first elder peers of mine that I came out to as gay and was so supportive of me as I navigated that heartwarming situation. Additionally, during my senior year, she and another case manager, Rachel, assisted me with writing my personal statements. I told them I wanted to write about my coming out story as the prompt, and Rachel helped me as she identified closely with the LGBTQ community. This was the hardest essay I ever wrote. It took many drafts, sleepless nights, and a lot of workshop sessions with great First Graduate volunteers, but I prevailed and wrote it. It was a masterpiece I could frame. I never have cried so much writing a dang essay, but it was all written from my heart. I was accepted to 11 of the 20 schools I applied to. My 3 choices were San Diego State, UC Riverside, and Chapman University, as I knew I wanted to be in Southern California, and going to any of the East Coast private schools I was accepted to were too much money for my parents. Even though New York City would have been nice. Let's put a pin in that statement. I remember this day fondly. Angie and I met with my parents in what was the hardest conversation I had to have with them. Picking a college. I wanted to give up, as my parents said that Chapman was too expensive. It was my first choice after visiting the campus on Accepted Students Day a few months back. UC Riverside was the most affordable option. Meanwhile, San Diego State had messed up my FAFSA, so it was too expensive. My statement of intent went to UC Riverside, and I cried countless hours saying to my mom, I worked too hard to get into Chapman. This is not like high school. I got in and I should go to the college of my choice. I knew my parents felt bad, but she told me, honey, there's nothing we could do. My first choice was always Chapman. I thought to myself, everything happens for a reason. Instead of crying the following day, I picked myself up and researched near and far to make it work. After calling the financial aid office many times and writing constant letters, they gave me a new package and made the numbers work for me. Not only that, but First Graduate had given me a $5,000 scholarship annually to attend, thanks to the 101% commitment I have given to the program, from volunteering to tutoring other students. Additionally, my parents were willing to take out money from their personal savings as well. After doing all the math and not giving up, my parents and I made it work, and I'm forever grateful for all that sacrifice for me. Because let me tell you, Chapman is not cheap. Going to my dream school, Chapman, was finally a reality, and I'm so proud of myself for taking matters in my own hands. Fast forward to college, I was so nervous and scared. I didn't know what to expect, but those 4 years were the best times of my life. I met new friends, learned so much about myself, came out of my shell, and became comfortable in my own skin. I learned a whole lot about Derrick Ly. Chapman was the best option for me because I thrived more as a big fish in a small pond. Toward the end of senior year, I still didn't have a job, but First Graduate prevailed again. At the time, Savon and Casey, the newer program managers, helped me with navigating internships through their own network almost every summer of college and gave me ample advice before graduation. One memorable internship was with LinkedIn. There, I was able to network, use the tool to navigate finding jobs, develop work acumen, and learn how to grow my personal brand on LinkedIn. The internship was specifically for first graduate students, and it helped me become a better public speaker, learn about social media, and market myself on the platform to find my first job. After that, I finished my degree at Chapman with strategic and corporate communications and a minor in public relations, and I moved back home to San Francisco. Fast forward to now, it's so full circle because I'm using LinkedIn daily in my role as a business recruiter at a startup called Webflow. I love my job, and it brings me joy making people happy and placing people in a role they love. Remember I said let's put a pin in it about New York City? Well, tomorrow on June 3rd, I will be living my dream and getting on a red-eye flight, moving to New York. Something I wanted to do for so long. I have so many to thank for my personal success, and First Graduate is an integral part of that. I wouldn't be where I am because of it, and truly a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. My commitment to First Graduate doesn't end here, as I am a member of our alumni committee. We meet monthly over Zoom, and it's a grand old time. Shout out to them over there. Also, shameless plugs to you graduates, please join us if you're interested. My advice to the upcoming graduates of FG 7, 11, 12, and 16 is never give up. Find your passions, and it's always okay to fail. Just pick yourself back up. You will learn from every experience. The future is so bright. You made a great commitment to an amazing program like I did, and you are here today for a specific reason. Congrats to you all. Thank you for all your time today in attending this gala. It means so much to me and our loving community. It is now my pleasure to introduce our first in family award honoree, Josef Azam. Josef Azam is a first-generation college graduate who is the CEO and co-founder of Design Shopp International, a digital marketing agency that he established in 2007. Josef has built Design Shopp from the ground up and is a specialist in creating marketing campaigns that generate positive ROI for both large and small companies. To date, the Design Shopp marketing team has generated over $1 billion in revenue for its clients. After the success of his viral video, From Struggle Comes Success, Josef has become a frequent public speaker. In addition to working at Design Shopp, Josef teaches at John Abbott College. He is the CEO of Imagination Holding Company, and he is an Olympic freestyle wrestling coach. Josef hones his message around what it takes to succeed in the digital landscape in business and in life. Over the past year, Josef has joined the board of directors of Yes Montreal and was recently named president of Cloverdale Multi Resources, an organization that helps low-income families get on their feet. Joe has also been a career speaker who has shared his story with our students. Please join me in congratulating this year's first graduate, first and family honoree, Josef Azam. Joe, in your honor, a scholarship of $1,000 is being set aside for Daniel Reyes.
Thank you so much for that introduction. First, I want to just say how incredibly honored I am to be here today. When I look at the students, I see myself in you. I see myself, I don't want to date myself too much, but maybe 20-plus-ish years ago. So for the first part of my career, I was known really as an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, from restaurants to digital marketing agencies. And in the past couple of years, because of all the public speaking I've been doing, I'm known more for my philanthropical work. But I didn't want to really talk about myself today. I wanted to take this advantage to talk to all of you about one of my heroes, the hero that inspired me to become the man that I am today. And hopefully, through his story, you can take some of it in your future journeys. I usually don't even have notes, but today I have notes because I don't want to mess up any of the dates. So this man was born in 1945 in Kandahar, Afghanistan. So like a lot of you might think, and which is very common in the region, especially in that time, he grew up extremely, extremely poor. He suffered from hunger, mental and physical abuse, and obviously poverty. And his father ended up passing away at a very, very young age. And in grade 5, he was forced to drop out of school to help support his family and his single mother. This man, later on, still a boy, got a little bit older, and he moved to the capital of Afghanistan, which was Kabul, which it still is. Very exciting for him. He was able to get a job at an airport. And at the airport, he was lucky enough to meet American military. And he fell in love. Oh, a little higher? Higher. It's okay now? Higher? Uh-oh. Better? Better? Yeah. It's good? Yeah? Okay. So in Kabul, he was lucky enough to meet Americans in the military base. And he fell in love with American culture. He loved the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. He grew an afro. Even though his English was broken, he became really, really good friends with all of the Americans that were there. So naturally, if you're in Afghanistan and you're poor, you want to come to America, right? So he wanted to do everything he could to get out of the country. The problem is just like today, it wasn't that easy. And he ended up having a small opportunity to leave his country, but not come to America, to go to Germany. So he escaped Afghanistan. He arrived in Germany. The problem is Germany back then wasn't as friendly as it is today. And the reason that he had the opportunity is because there was factory workers there that wanted illegal immigrants because he can underpay them. So he arrives in Germany and ends up being homeless for 2 years. He sleeps on benches, he sleeps in carpet factories. Whatever little money he made, he sent back home to his brothers and sisters and his mother. Finally, after 2 years, he ends up getting arrested and deported back to Afghanistan. Now, what ends up happening in a lot of these cases is that's it, right? But not for him. He always had the dream to still come back and leave his country. So he ends up finding a little window of opportunity to travel to North America for one of the Olympic Games on a travel visa. He ends up getting the travel visa, and with little money he has, he makes the long journey to North America. Along the way, he gets robbed in Turkey, he loses his luggage, he arrives pretty much with nothing. No money, barely speaks the language, and he somehow managed to extend his visa a couple times and stay. All of this to say, a couple years later, remember, he is an Afghan Muslim, he meets the love of his life in a nightclub who happens to be Ashkenazi Jew. This is in the late 70s. You don't even see that today. So you can imagine. But he always had the mentality that humans are humans, people are people. It doesn't matter your race, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, never mattered. It was always humans are humans, good people are good people. They ended up getting married and having one child. But that's not where the story of struggle stops. Because a lot of immigrant families, they come and they have to work extremely difficult. The only job he can get because of very little education and a broken language was in a steel factory. His hands would be burnt all the time. Hands were like sandpaper. Those of you that have family members that work in factories, you know what I'm talking about, right? And he suffered for 30 years working. And it didn't matter how hard he worked. It's very hard sometimes for first-generation immigrants to make enough money to get to the next level. But he worked anyway, and he loved everybody. Never complained, never talked bad about anybody, never had a victimized mentality. Later in life, he ended up becoming a cancer survivor. He survived open heart surgery. And then 3 months ago, survived a massive heart attack. Nobody knows who he is. But he is my father. His name is Naimullah Azam. And I am his only child. The reason I tell you this story of strength is because something happened in the hospital 3 months ago. After his massive heart attack, he ended up having something called aortic stenosis, which essentially, because of the weakened heart, the blood was not pumping to the rest of his body, and he couldn't breathe properly. And as he sat there in this chair, struggling to breathe, the nurses later told me, 5 weeks later, that generally when someone is in that physical state, they end up getting self-induced in a coma, or they self-induced him in a coma within 24 to 48 hours. He lasted 5 weeks and made it to the actual life-saving procedure that he needed. And in that time, I had to say bye to my father on 3 separate occasions because we thought he was going to die. And in one of the occasions, he put his hand on my chest and he said, "Whatever happens, your heart is my heart, your hands are my hands. The only reason that I am first in anything in life is because he always put himself last. I stand on my father's shoulders, and as much as I'm honored here today to be here, I want everybody to understand you are first because people love you and people have invested in you. And just like other people like my father, there's been incredible people in my life from different organizations that helped me become the person that I am today. At one point in my life, and some of you may experience it, I became lost. I became lost because I ended up chasing money. And I've been poor and I've been wealthy, and I'm going to tell you something, money does not bring you happiness. It does bring you comfort, but it will not make you happy. And it is so important for you in the dark times that you will have, and I promise you, you will have dark times, because success is a painful process sometimes. I want you to remember your parents, your grandparents, the people at First Graduate, the board members of First Graduate that have taken their time, their energy, their love, their passion, and have invested it into you. And so today I want to leave you with 2 things. One is, what an incredible responsibility all of you have now for the next generation. You have to honor your parents. You have to honor these board members. You have to honor the team at First Graduates because they've invested in you and their hearts now are with you. And the other thing that I want to say is that in the time that I was lost. There was a quote on a tombstone that changed the way I looked at things in life. And that quote is from another one of my heroes, Muhammad Ali. And on his tombstone, it says nothing about his boxing. It says nothing about what he's accomplished in business. All it says is, your service to others is the rent you pay for your place in heaven. Never forget that in your life, and you will live a happy and fulfilled life. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you, Joe. This year's graduating class is special, as are all the past two cohorts of FG graduating college students. They had to do the last 2 years of college virtually, even as quite a few had to take on extra jobs because their parents were laid off during the pandemic. If you want a definition of resilience, look at their faces. Will those of you from the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021 who are here please stand? Our new college graduates and their parents look into the future and knew that life could be better for them when they attained a college degree. The students and families in First Graduate began their journey in 6th grade and dedicated hours studying, attending workshops, visiting colleges, writing personal statements, volunteering, and working. They earned their place in college through dedication and perseverance, and after almost 12 years of diligent work, they have earned their diplomas fulfilling that dream. You can meet all of our college graduates on this video.
I've been on a 5-year journey that's like going through 2 universities and two degrees. I would shout out all of the FG advisors that I've had over the years. I wouldn't be sitting here today without First Graduate's help.
Mariah has been a huge change in my life. Mariah helped me actually decide where I wanted to go to school. Those decisions back then with those helpful advisors really changed the course of my life.
Yeah, I want to thank, everyone that I've been able to meet on this college journey, everyone that's been able to support me, specifically my parents and my older sister. My parents always told me that no matter what I do, they'll be proud of me. Yeah, so I'm super grateful to them.
In general, I would like to thank the entire First Graduate organization. So I'm entirely grateful for all the support that has been given to me all these years.
All right, and now please enjoy your dinner. And spending time reconnecting with friends, colleagues, and students. While not all graduates could be present tonight, it is my great pleasure to ask the graduating... While not all our graduates could be present tonight, it is my great pleasure to ask the graduating high school class of 2022 to please stand. One high school graduate, Francesca Espinoza, is here to tell you about her journey. Francesca?
Hi everyone, my name is Francesca, and I'm graduating high school from Burton High School. And I will begin college at UC Davis this fall. So, yeah, thank you. And I'm more than happy and really I'm honored to be here to share my first graduate journey. So my family moved here from the Philippines 1 week before school was to start. I was entering 4th grade. I was only 10 when I moved here, so the language was very vague and it was hard to talk to people. At James Denman Middle School was when I heard about First Graduate and the support they give to provide help and resources to students who wish to go to college. And my parents wanted that for me despite the expenses. They knew that they would have, or I would have a better career opportunities and more open doors and overall a better future. They also understood that First Graduate would help me boost my profile as a student, so that's the picture of me as a well-rounded student with a strong academic record and extracurricular activities and interests. It was also most important to me because as the eldest of 3, I had no one to look up to who've done this before. I would be the first in my family to graduate from college. Now my younger sister, who's very studious, she hopefully will be a part of First Graduate too. As far as I can remember, I attended a First Graduate summer program at Everett Middle School where I received tutoring with math and English. So since then, I really love math, and it's all because of First Graduate. I also met new people who became close friends to students in my cohort, and in 8th grade, we learned about how to apply it to high schools, which high schools are in SF, and what AP classes were about. And because of First Graduate, I was prepared for that process and swiftly transitioned. While we talked about college and middle school, it became the major focus in high school. We had memorable meetings in the First Graduate office where we talked about the differences between the UC system and the CSU system, and I was able to decide where I wanted to be. We also had SAT practices, which is a good skill to have even though it's no longer required. I've met frequently with my advisor who checked in with me about school and just about my well-being, which I found really cathartic because I like talking to people about important issues and concerns. When everything moved to be virtual, First Graduate gave me a hotspot, so I was able to access internet at home and do my schoolwork and First Graduate work. And one of my advisors actually helped me get into a medical program from UC Berkeley called the Helix program, which is designed for students interested in medical and health-oriented careers. So I've been accepted to UC Davis, where I will begin this fall. My current major is neurobiology, physiology, and behavior, as I plan to become a physical therapist. So I want you to know that this is a really big thing. I love school, I love the environment, I love learning new things, and First Graduate has given me the opportunities to get the most of my experiences at school. So to those of you who donate to First Graduate, I want you to know how much First Graduate gives in the support and time and effort, which makes a difference for students like myself, who are the first in their families to graduate college and go to college. We have no one to look up to except for First Graduate. So thanks to you, they're guiding me and my fellow graduates on your college and career paths. Thank you.
I thought we got more Derrick. I was waiting for more Derrick. Derrick's doing such a great job. Thank you, Francesca. That was wonderful. We totally appreciate you sharing your story. Congratulations. UC Davis is a wonderful achievement and a great school. Give it up for Francesca. Okay, everyone, now it's time for the auction portion of the evening. You've got dessert. Hopefully that sugar high's kicking in. You're getting a little bit of extra energy because now we're about to start the auction, and it's been, like I said, it's been a minute. So let's get the old auction guidelines in place. Everyone who can hear my voice clearly, emphasis on that last part, please raise your paddle, your dessert fork, whatever it works, high in the air. There's like 3 people listening, so do I need to turn it way up, or can we find our paddles? Yes, okay, good. There's like 4 people listening. That'll work. Remember that gesture. Anytime the next few minutes we're hanging out together, you lose sight of what to do, just do that. You will be a heroine or a hero for First Graduate, and most importantly, the students we are here to serve each and every time you do so. Now, the second guideline. Obviously, this is not a controlled environment. Mistakes are going to happen, and if and when I'm the one who makes one, I will always reopen the auction lot in favor of First Graduate. Anybody who has a problem with that, well, it's too late to take away your dessert, but we'll cancel your Uber. My third and final one laugh, that's good. My third and final guideline is really simple. Bidding is just like smiling. We theoretically all know how to do it. Once the mask came off, it's important to practice again. And if somebody does it to you, I assure you it is only polite to do it right back to them. And the person who does it most, but most importantly last, wins. And with that, let's start our auction tonight with lot number 1, the Ackerman Winery tasting experience. 4 people. Enjoy a VIP getaway to Napa as the guests of Lauren and Bob Ackerman of Ackerman Family Vineyards. Make your way to the Coombsville appellation of Napa to Ackerman Family Vineyards, where Lauren and Bob have always approached everything they do with an appreciation of history and an eye on the future. They completely renovated their 18th century Victorian to modern standards, converted the entire farm to California certified organic back in 2004 before it was ultra trendy. You get a tour of the historic Ackerman Heritage House and a tasting of their certified organic wines paired with cheese in the newly restored carriage house, the Avery. We'll start the bidding on our auction tonight, the same place we start every auction lot. That's half of the stated value. So we'll open the bidding at $350 and go. Looking for $350 for $350 is bid now, $400, $400 is bid now, $450, $450, and $500, now $550, $550, and $600 is bid now, $650, go $650, $650, and $700, now $750, go $750, bid $750, and $8, go $8, bid $8, now $8, $750 is bid now, looking for $8, now $8, go $8, bid $8. You're in at $750. You don't have to bid yourself up, but hallelujah, that's the spirit, right? $750 is bid now, looking for $8, go $8, bid $8, now $8, $800 up front, welcome in, Mr. Hamilton, now $850, go $850, bid $850, now $850, $800 is bid now, looking for $850, go $850, bid $850, now $850, $850, welcome back, and $9, go $9, bid $9. Almost like you didn't expect me to see you or something, like the reaction was so surprised. It's like an auction and it works. $850 is bid now, looking for $9, go $9, bid $9, now $9, $850 is bid, looking for $900, looking for $900. Yes, no, maybe so, fair warning, or off we go. Last chance to bid $900 and sold. $850. Was that, oh no, I won? You don't have a paddle? I am sure we can get you one. The person who can help you out happens to be standing 5 feet from you. While we sort this out, let's talk about lot number 2, the Giants home plate tickets. Because now it's your 8-time, counting all their time in that other city, World Series champion San Francisco Giants. 2 Giants fans in the house. Okay, 2 people. Enjoy the best seats in the yard to take in the Giants this coming fall, thanks to first graduate board member Mark Hamilton. You know those people you see on screen when you're watching a game on TV, where you see them zooming in and you can see behind the catcher and that's going to be you, because that's Mark and his tickets. Section 110, row I, do the math, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, 9 rows back. The most amazing view of baseball. You'll be able to hear the conversations and all the smack talk between the catcher and the batters, see the actual curve of the baseball, and marvel at the speed of the game. Be one of the 100 people in the crowd who actually have a right to grouse about the umpire. Enjoy incredible amenities. There's a private entrance into the park, at your seat wait service, and more. Just need to make your choice in the next couple of weeks. The game is in, we say July or August, or is that what we said, Mark? July or August of this coming year. So you want to make your pick soon so you can get those games. Let's start the bidding on this at $300 and go. Looking for $300, we've got now $350, $400 is bid now, $450, go $450, bid $450, $450, and $500, now $550, $550, and $600 is bid now, $650, go $650, bid $650, $650, and $7, go $7, bid $7, $650 is bid now, looking for $7, go $7, bid $7, now $7, $650 is bid now, looking for $7, go $7, bid $7, and $7, $650 is bid, looking for $700, looking for $700. Yes, no, maybe so, fair warning, or off we go. Last chance to bid us at $700 and sold. $650. And do you also not have a paddle, or do we have 183? Thank you, 183. Sorry, auctioneer humor. Lot number 3. No, we were here. Did we think we were there? Did you think you were there? Okay, you're very kind. You can say yes, and I said if I screw up, I'll reopen the auction lot. And, being the second lot isn't a record for me. I've screwed up sooner. Or Mark will do a second pair. So if you'll go in at 650, he'll do another pair, and we'll go from there. How's that? 151. And for all you students in the room, don't take you screw up turns into a good thing is the lesson you learned from tonight's auction. Lot number 3, dinner at Gary Danko. And thank you, Mark. I should stop and honor your generosity very much. But he needs the dates. So look at the schedule for the Giants games and then come tell him which ones you want. Like lot 4 or 5 would be good. But we're currently on lot number 3. Dinner at Gary Danko. 2 people. Enjoy an evening of fine food that will put the epic and Epicurean and redefine fine food for you forever. Make your way to Restaurant Gary Danko, one of San Francisco's most decorated and celebrated restaurants. AAA, 5-diamond rating, 12 years running. James Beard Awards for Best New Restaurant, Best Service, and Best Chef in California. Relais and Chateau designation, and more. You got options. You got a gift certificate. Looked it up. You could enjoy a 5-course tasting menu for 2. You could enjoy a 3-course meal for 4. Either way, you could make it maybe a 4-course meal for 3. To pair with it, we do have a mixed case of Farniente and Nickel wines, 6 bottles of 2020 Farniente Chardonnay, 6 bottles of 2019 Nickel and Nickel CC Ranch Cabernet. The value of the wines alone totals over $1,300. So much goodness. We'll start the bidding on this at $700 and go. $700 we've got now. $800 is bid, $900 now, $1,000 now, $1,100, $1,200 now, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500, and $16. Go $16, bid $16, $1,500, $16, and $17. Go $17, bid $17, $1,600 is bid now, looking for $17. Go $17, bid $17, $1,600 is bid now, looking for $17. Go $17, bid $17, $1,600 is bid, looking for $1,017. Welcome back, and $18. Go $18, bid $18, and $18, $1,700 is bid now, looking for $18. Go $18, bid $18, and $18, $1,700 is bid, looking for $1,008, looking for $1,008, looking for $1,008. Don't be late now, bid $1,800 now, 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 don't be late now, bid $1,800 fair warning to bid $1,800 and sold. $1,700. Was it 183? 180, thank you, 180. Lot number 4, the 4-night luxury condo in Tahoe. This one also has a bonus case of wine. Up to 6 people, depending on how you like to sleep them when you get there, ascend to Tahoe for an extended weekend getaway. Make your way to North Star. You're going to spend 4 nights, 5 days in John Herkenrath's luxury condo in the North Star complex, right next door to the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. The condo has everything you need. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, pull-out sleeper in a large living room, kitchen, private patio, but best of all, walking distance to the best of North Star. Enjoy shopping and fine dining just outside your door. Take the lifts up the mountain for the ultimate in mountain biking experiences in the summertime. Access to all of the North Star Resort's amenities, the Homeowners Recreation Center, tennis, pool, hot tubs, short drive from the lake where there's world-class water sports, hiking, mountain biking, fishing, more shopping, dining, and more golf. Plus, to take with you and enjoy on your week in the mountains, a mixed case of Farniente wines. Farniente, legendary Napa winery, founded by Gil Nickel. His wife Beth and the kids run the show now. 6 bottles of 2020 Farniente Chardonnay, 6 bottles of Farniente Estate Cabernet. Again, the value of the wine is $1,300. We'll start the whole thing at less than that, at $1,000 and go. Looking for $1,000, $1,000 we've got now, $1,100 has bid, $1,200 now, $13 and $14, go $15, $15 and $16, $16 and $17, $17 now, $18, $18 now, $19, $19 and $2,000 now, $21, $21 and $22, go $22, bid $22 and $22, $2,100 is bid now, looking for $22, go $22, bid $22 and $22, $2,100 is bid now, looking for $22, go $22, bid $22, go $22, $2,100 is bid now, looking for $22, go $22. You're trying to figure out who has to sleep on the couch or whether or not you should bid again. 2,100 is bid, now looking for 22. Go 22, bid 22, and 22. 2,100 is bid, looking for 2,002. Looking for 2,002. What you gonna do now? 22, new bidder, welcome in. Now 23, go 23, bid 23, and 23. 2,200 is bid, now looking for 23. Go 23, bid 23, and 23. 2,200 is bid, looking for 2,003. Look, you guys can bid still. It's not like it's over. 2,200 is bid, looking for $2,300. Time, everyone please, but especially you, at $2,300 and sold. $2,200. Anthony, what's your paddle number, sir? 104. 104. Speaking of Anthony, lot number 5. Private tennis lessons with Anthony Sadikoff. First Graduate does all it can for its students to help them succeed in school and beyond. And First Graduate board members always go above and beyond for us as well, like Anthony Sadikoff, in this case, literally offering himself up as an auction lot to give you a private lesson. Let's welcome Anthony Sadikoff. Grabs his own microphone and everything.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony Sadikoff. I actually grew up in San Francisco. My father immigrated from Ukraine to San Francisco, and he fell in love with the sport tennis. And so I started playing, believe it or not, when I was 2 years old. I've been playing my whole life. I played at St. Ignatius High School for 4 years. Then I went on to play at Stanford for 4 years, which was a great experience. As everyone can tell, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, so I was always probably the second shortest teammate was 6 foot. So at 5'7", I always relied on strategy and really outsmarting people. So I'm really excited to give a lesson and sort of relay what my dad taught me. I'm good with beginners. I'm also really good, like I said, with strategy if you're already, a tennis player. So I'm really excited to give this lesson, and maybe we can do it in Tahoe now that I have these tickets. But open to location, I'll come to you. But yeah, really excited.
Okay, so come to them, tennis court in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
What's your home court?
I grew up playing at the California Tennis Club, but I'm flexible. Come to you, and we'll make it happen. I'm excited. We can do a couple hours. I can go for as long as you can handle. It's very, very flexible, very fun. I'm very excited.
Awesome. Thank you, Anthony. We'll start the bidding on this at $250 and go. Looking for $250. 250 we've got. Now 300 is bid. Now 350, 350, and 4. Go 4, bid 4, and 4. 350 is bid. Now looking for 4. 400, new bidder, welcome in. Now 450, go 450, bid 450, and 450. $400 is bid. Now looking for 450, go 450, bid 450, and 450, and 5. Go 5, bid 5. Now 5. $450 is bid. Now looking for 5, and 5. 500, now 550, go 550, bid 550, yes 550. $500 is bid. Now looking for 550. Go 550, bid 550, and 550. $500 is bid, looking for $550. Yes, no, maybe so. Fair warning or off we go. Last chance to bid. It's 550 and 6. Go 6, bid 6. Now 6. 550. I love the indignant look people get when they get outbid. 550 is bid. Now looking for 6. Go 6. I say that in the most loving of all possible ways, but you look so mad that this process continued onward. Like, 550 is bid. You can make him have the same look. Now 6. Go 6, bid 6, and 6. 550 is bid. Now looking for 6, and 6. Go 6, bid 6. 550 is bid. Now looking for $600. Yes, no, maybe so. Fair warning or off we go. And sold. $550 to 185 to 185. And I'm all the love. I appreciate it, seriously. Not trying to make fun of. Lot number 6. Your 6-time world champion Golden State Warriors. You can tell who's score checking in the house. 4 people. taking a Golden State Warriors game in the ultimate style next season. Thanks to Amanda Whiteman and the Dubs. On a mutually agreed game next season, make your way to the Chase Center. You're going to have 4 seats, just 19 rows back from the floor. Section 124, Portal 24, immediately adjacent to the Warriors bench. Enjoy incredible access. Get there early so you can watch Steph's warm-up routine. It's almost as entertaining as the game itself. Get a tour, take a tour of the stadium, see all the public art. It is an amazing place. Plus, you get an autographed photo of soon-to-be Finals MVP Steph Curry and a signed Klay Thompson jersey. Start the bidding at the value of the tickets alone. These retail for $750 each times 4. Easy math, $3,000. Start the bidding at half of that, $1,500 and go. $1,500 we've got, now 16. Go 16. Bid 16, 16 and 17, 17, now 18, 18 and 19, go 19, 19 and 2, go 2, bid 2, now 2, 1,900 is bid, now looking for 2 and 2, go 2, bid 2, 1,900 is bid, now looking for 2 and 2, go 2, bid 2, 2,000 new bidder, welcome in, and 21, go 21, bid 21, 21 and 22, go 22, bid 22 and 22 and 24, go 24, bid 24, 24 and 26, go 26, bid 26 and 26, 2,400 is bid, now looking for 26, 26 and 28, go 28, bid 28, now 28, 28 and 3, go 3, bid 3, now 3, 2,800 is bid, now looking for 3, go 3, bid 3, yes 3, 2,800 is bid, now looking for 3 and 3, go 3, bid 3, 2,800 is bid, looking for $3,000. Like the Warriors, we will live and die at the three-point line tonight. 2,800 is bid, looking for $3,000, fair warning, and sold. $2,800. $174. 174. Lot number 7. St. Anne's Crossing Winery. 4 people. Enjoy an insider's afternoon of fine wine when you make your way to Ken and Diane Wilson's Dry Creek Winery, St. Anne's Crossing. The focus is on terroir, right? The concept of seeing how grapes grow and flourish in a very specific plot of land. Producing vineyard or terroir-specific wines is what St. Anne's Crossing is all about. They have a dozen different vineyards across the county. You get to take a tour of all of their vineyards as winemaker Chris Barrett leads you around Sonoma, but glass by glass, right? You'll do it in the tasting room, tasting all of their terroir. Zinfandel, Malbec, Petit Syrah, Cabernet, Cuvée, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Rosé of Zinfandel, Sauvignon Blanc. They even make a sparkling wine. Plus, you get to take home a case of St. Anne's wines, cabs, reds, and blends. We'll start the bidding on this at $300 and go. A case of wine plus the tour and tasting while you're there. $300 now, $350, $400 now, $450, $500 now, $550. Go $550, bid $550 and $550. $500 is bid now, looking for $550. Go $550, bid $550, $550 and $6. Go $6, bid $6. Yes, $6. $550 is bid now, looking for $6 and $6. Go $6, bid $6. $550 is bid now, looking for $6 and $6. Go $6, bid $600. Welcome back now. $650. Go $650, bid $650 and $650. $600 is bid now, looking for $650. Go $650, bid $650 and $650. $600 is bid, looking for $650. Fair warning at $650 and sold. $600 to 102. To 102. Lot number 8, the in-house private dinner with Chef Kevin Tucker. It's the ultimate in intimate dinner parties when Chef Kevin Tucker comes to your house. Chef Kevin knows how to entertain in the kitchen while he whips up a gourmet multi-course feast. The man has 20 years' experience as the go-to super secret weapon for many a Bay Area celebrity, one of whom is on the starting 5 at Chase Center tonight, Klay Thompson. In fact, Chef Kevin will bring the perfect bottle of wine to pair with your dinner. It's a bottle of Diamond and Key Cabernet, the project of baseball player Nolan Arenado and basketball player Klay Thompson, right? Baseball, Diamond, basketball, Key, we get it. You equals stoked, hardest part part equals narrowing down your guest list. That's where I come in this equation. We'll start the bidding at $800 and go. 800 we've got, now 9, go 9, bid 900, now 1,000, 1,011, go 11, bid 11, yes 11, $1,000 is bid, you're in at 1,000, yes, now looking for 11, 11, and 12, 1,200, now 13, go 13, bid 13, and 13, 1,200 is bid, now looking for 13, 13, and 14, 14, now 15, 15, and 16, go 16, bid 16, and 16, 1,500 is bid, now looking for 16, go 16, bid 16, and 16, 1,500 is bid, now looking for 1,006, looking for 1,006, looking for 1,006, 1,500 is bid, looking for $1,600, time, everyone please, at $1,600, and 1,500, looking for 16, yes, no, maybe so. Look, I wasn't sure if it was confusion or hesitation, and we're just trying to roll the train. One more, 16, I'm in. Now 17, 17, and 18, go 18, bid 18, and 18, 1,700 is bid, now looking for 18, fair warning at $1,800, and sold. $1,700 to 106, to 106. That brings us to our final lot of the night, but not our final act of fundraising. Lot number 9, Ironman, or single event training in biking, running, or swimming. Remember what I said about first graduate board members going the extra mile for our auction? Well, first graduate board member Dan Kermy is willing to go the extra 140 miles for you. Dan is a triathlon competitor at the highest level, does the Ironman competitions, and will help you to train for and participate in a triathlon. Whether it's your first or you want to elevate your triathlon game, Dan will be there with you every stroke, pedal, and step of the way. He'll compete alongside you the day of the big race. He'll be the ultimate racing buddy. Can train for a specific event if you want, focus on swimming, biking, or running. Maybe you've always wanted to swim from Alcatraz to San Francisco. Dan can help you do that. Or go for the whole kit and caboodle. We'll start the bidding on our final auction lot of the night at $250 and go. Look, it's very specific, I realize that. But looking for $250 if you want to train for, and look, here's the thing, you can buy the lot. Tell your friends you did it and just stay on the couch and everybody will think you did it, because when it's for charity, it always goes over as truth. Looking for an opening bid of $250 for the training with Dan. And look, you'd spend more on a personal trainer to go do something else, right? Like whatever it was. Like if you were going to go to the gym and hire somebody to take you out and train you for the race, $250 we've got. Now 3, go 3, bid 3, and 3. 250 is bid, now looking for 3, and 3, go 3, bid 3. 250 is bid, looking for $300. Whether it was a sympathy bid or you really wanted, I appreciate it. Sold. $250 to 197. To 197. That brings us to our final fundraising act of the evening, and not like you've been a wild and raucous crowd, but it is the only time I would say, like, let's all shh and focus and do something cool, right? The auction's fun. The auctions, the thing is that in the auction, only 9 people get to win. And right now, every single one of us can be, I hate to say it, we can all be winners, but we can all participate in something really magical. First Graduate empowers individuals to achieve their potential. It's a program that works because it engages students early in their academic careers, teaches them to dream big and work hard. And as soon as students start middle school in San Francisco, First Graduate is there. I know because my son went to James Denman, and day 1, First Graduate was there. It is a program that works because it focuses on the potential of the individual. It meets students where they are and encourages them to become who they can be. It survives because of your support. And in just a few moments, we're going to ask you to make that support. We've got a generous board member who's kicking us off at $10,000, and we'll work our way down. And I guarantee we will find a level where capacity and commitment match up. Every pledge that you make, every donation given tonight will have a direct impact on the life of a student striving to become the first graduate in their family, as you can see in this video.
I really love going to school and learning, and I think college is the next step. To me, college isn't just school, it's like an extra milestone.
There's so many unseen blocks in the road to getting a four-year degree. Paperwork, financial aid, getting applications done correctly and on time. What First Graduate does is it gives students the resources from the beginning of the process to the very end to get into a four-year college, be successful at college, and graduate and get a great job.
I will be the first member of my family to ever get a college degree. It's one of my goals because it can help my family a lot, and most importantly, it can make them proud. I want to make their life easier.
San Francisco has a huge high school process that's really confusing, honestly, for a lot of families. So a big part of our job in 8th grade is we help students actually apply to the high school process, right?
Next year, I'm gonna go to Lick Wilderman. There was an intense, long application process. I don't think I would have even gotten in if I wasn't for First Graduate. They really helped me and supported me through that. I think it's a very big leap forward, knowing that like someone is going to be there just in case is going to be really great.
Yes, our end goal is for students to go to college, right, get a degree, and make money to support their lives. But really, along the way, we want to help students really find their interests and their passions, right? And in our program, we really want students to, get out of their comfort zones and try new things.
I like being able to go to a place where I can learn and be myself. I like being challenged so I can solve my problems and be good at things that I wasn't good at before. It feels great.
Another thing that we do, resource-wise, is having those career day events and those college events, right? Students have the opportunity to visit UC Berkeley. Some of them have never been to UC Berkeley, right? Getting to go there, it kind of gives you something to reach for.
I was actually dreaming about getting into college. I would like to study mathematics or maybe get better at English and have experience about how to be an adult and how to take care of myself.
What First Graduate has to offer is a 12+ year commitment. We're committed to the students and the students commit to us, and it's a beautiful partnership. Once you're a first-gen student, you're kind of first in everything. You're like that first full-time career professional. In many cases, you're the first-time homeowner. The first kind of follow you throughout the life.
It has been remarkable to actually be able to complete this part of the journey of education so far, especially during this pandemic. Early 2020, I had some financial aid problems. I was in touch with Mubina. She got me through the whole process on how to engage the financial aid department to get them to distribute the money. I still have a support system at First Graduate whenever I need it.
The most exciting thing is seeing students grow over the years that they're in college or in university, and kind of seeing them taking the lead in their lives and really figuring out where they're going to go next.
When I first came to the US, I had really good teachers that helped me, and I hope to be able to give that to students in my community. First Graduate helped me and supported me along that journey ever since 6th grade. Some dreams, when you have accomplished them, they're so hard to believe. I do wake up some mornings and I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I'm the teacher. All right, let's go.
Making the transition from middle school to high school in San Francisco and then from high school to college is a challenge that is so daunting that the parents who have the means and the knowledge and the capacity hire people to help them do it. It is a labyrinthine and challenging system, and it's not even talking about being prepared to go there. It's just the process. And First Graduate, that's just one element of what First Graduate does. It helps navigate the process and empower the individual students to be able to find the place that's going to enable them to be the most successful. And then First Graduate supports them and helps them to make sure that they are in a position to be able to succeed. And it's thanks to you and your support. And right now, we're asking for that support. Who will donate $10,000 tonight? John is in. 224, $10,000. $179, $10,000. Thank you, Mark. It always gets really quiet, doesn't it? But I have to do my job and ask, did I miss anyone else who wishes to donate $10,000? And $5,000. Who will contribute $5,000 tonight? 185, $5,000. Anyone else? And $2,500. Who will donate $2,500? 216. Josef, our honoree, in for $2,500. 243 in for $2,500. 170, $2,500. Anyone else? Anyone else wish to donate $2,500? Then Mark, you're in at $2,500 as well. 179, $2,500. And it's a great lesson. If there's a level that you want that I don't hit, but you can do different numbers that add up to it, then please feel free to make contributions at whatever levels you need to add up to whatever level it is you wish to donate. $1,000. Who will contribute $1,000 tonight? 174, $1,000. 162, $1,000. 209, $1,000. 227, $1,000. $1,000 is impressive. $1,000 provides laptop computers for 4 students, and we all know from the pandemic that the technology gap is one of the largest and most challenging to overcome. Do we miss anyone else who wanted to donate $1,000? Then $500. Who will contribute $500? Funds our high school senior celebration. 210, $500. 176, $500. 197, $500. 206, $500. 120, $500. 207, $500. $150, $500. Yes, we got you a paddle, but it's written so small I'll never see it from here. We got her, $500. $146, $500. $148, $500. 187, $500. Then our next stop is $250. $250 funds a Launchpad workshop, career mentoring and workshop series for students to prepare them getting their first job. So you go on, you become your first graduate, you go first school, and now your first job. Big deal. Who will donate $250 tonight? 189, $250. 155, $250. 156, $250. 208, $250. 173, $250. 168, $250. 110, $250. 153, $250. 129, 250. 177, 250. 200, 250. Do we miss anyone else? 139, 250. Then our next stop, $100. $100. Provides school supplies for middle schoolers. 212, $100. 233, $100. 160, $100. 188, $100. 151, $100. 234, $100. 103, $100. 174, and again, $100. Do we miss anyone else who wishes to donate? 104, Anthony, and again, $100. Our photographer doesn't have a paddle, but he's in for $100. Our AV team doesn't have a paddle, but they're in for $100. Derrick doesn't have a paddle, but he's in for $100. Well, I got to ride the train now or I'm a jerk, right? Now I'm in for $100. $174, and again for $100. Illustrating another great example that you can always continue to give, and everybody will celebrate you. Does anyone else wish to donate $100? $120, $100. Then give yourselves a big round of applause. You helped raise over $45,000 just now. And that concludes the fundraising portion of the evening. Derrick is going to come back up and take us home, but before he does, I just want to remind everybody that we are in no rush to get rid of you. We do not want you to go running straight out of here, but when you go, wherever you go, promise that when you get there, you'll use your powers for good. Thank you and good night. Derrick, take us home.
All right, thank you, Greg. Our goal is to send as many students to college as possible. So many of you raised your paddles to give tonight, and we thank you. In case you didn't have a chance to do that, there is still time as you leave tonight to give to support First Graduate. And believe me, it feels good to do so. Thank you to our event committee, to our board and staff, to our parents and students, to our sponsors, and to all our volunteers for being here. Thank you for supporting and encouraging our students and for sharing our vision of creating a San Francisco that provides access to an equitable education for all. Together, we are changing students, which changes families and communities, which changes our city, which can change the world. Thank you for believing as we do. In the words of prior honoree David Kerp, every child deserves what you want for a child that you love. Good night.